Good morning. Welcome to today's episode of Cards, Cats, and Cups. I've got a nice cup of coffee brewed, and I've got my Vision Quest Tarot deck with its guidebook. And I'm going to just shuffle a few times and see what the tarot has to say this morning. It's 5:30 a.m. and I'm living in Hawaii, so the rest of the world is wide awake. And so am I almost. I'm feeling better today. We've been grieving the loss of a really amazing person who was my only tarot reader, Gregory Scott, and I feel a little bit better today about that. And yeah, so let's just see what the cards have to say today. This is such a big deck, so even I have pretty big hands, I have to handle it a little bit strange. Seven of Water, Excess. So the Seven of Cups. The Daughter of Air. Vibrating with the eagle's power coming out of her and holding the eagle's feather as maybe a power tool. Nine of Water or Nine of Cups, joy. I have not seen that card. I have mentioned before that I've had this deck for a month. Just over a month, I guess, and I had never had a tarot deck before, and I'm new to tarot. I have been studying a great reader, a great person for 3 years, and learning, and I have just bought my first deck. So you could maybe call this a tarot showing, because I'm not an expert. But I'd like to share with you what I see in these cards today. So for me, the Seven of Water, Excess, because I can be a little bit so focused on a goal that I forget about my own personal health, and I lose my sense of balance. And that's definitely been happening in this past month and a half or so. It's been a really powerful time for me, but I've been neglecting the gym. I haven't been surfing. And I actually prayed a little bit to the universe to kind of back it off just a little bit, because my physical body, I actually got sick, and just overpowering universal messages coming through me, a spiritual awakening, just to try to put some words on it. And I basically sat in this chair and created an entire YouTube channel and just like forgot everything else. So this is a reminder that even though water is intuitive and our cups are really happy when they're full, that we have to be careful because we need to stay balanced and we need to balance our practical circumstances. Now, this deck uses air. Sorry, guys. I woke up early this morning because I have so much energy. And swords, right, of course. Okay. I just wanted to be sure. So the Rider-Waite deck, this would be Daughter of Swords, or so not the Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords, right? Anyway, again, I'm learning as I go, and I want that to be something for your interpretation, for you who know the decks better, to have your own reading. This is for us, but for me, right now I'm building a singing challenge on YouTube, and I don't know if you can see this well, but for me, that feather she's holding is a microphone, and she's vibrating, and her messaging is coming out in such a powerful way. I've identified as a Scorpio that the eagle is one of my spirit guides. Obviously, I'm a phoenix rising from the ashes type, and I certainly am. I think I go through that process like 4 times a year. If I really look back, but I do know that I go through that process in a massive way, in a quantum way, periodically. I don't want to put a number on it, but I really feel like that is what's happening in this past maybe 2 months for me. And to get my voice out into the world, I'm starting a singing challenge and getting attention through that, and for the first time in my life I'm holding a microphone. I've never really held a microphone. I'm a very private person. The last thing I wanted was a microphone, but I felt like it's time to expose something that was deeply personal to me. The singing is a sing therapy. It was something I've always done in my very most private time to sort of de-stress. And in this case, what can be read here is that when I'm feeling out of balance, I pick up that microphone and I put it out into the universe, and I let the vibrations come out of me and the messages come through me. And this ego leaving my body, apparently, is the messaging coming out of me into society, into the ears of humanity. And the fact that her eyes are closed means that she's just in bliss, you know. And I say she because I'm very in touch with, I have masculine, feminine, and I do believe the arts have much more of a feminine quality, at least to me they do. And so in that case, this is my feminine side. So often in my life I've had extremely long hair. Hello. You had something to offer today? And so recognizing that, you're out of balance, going into what keeps you the most balanced, brings us to joy. I mean, and a fulfillment. I mean, you've got 9 of Cups, you have waterfalls, you have this, it appears to me to be a female person walking in the pond, at the waterfall, in nature, obviously, and feeling extremely fulfilled and joyous. She's heeded the warning. She's rebalanced in a way that can be shared. Now that's amazing. I think that's a really powerful message right there. Rebalanced in a way that can be shared with people and taught, perhaps, right? And I'm someone who's saved my own life countless times through the help of others, but through long periods of sobriety, I've always been very into nutrition and very into exercise, and I'm very into surfing. And so recognizing being out of balance, going into this routine that really has the most balancing effect for me, brings me to joy and fulfillment. And this might be going out on a limb a bit, but the fact that there's 9 cups means that there's plenty for you. Like, I've never really felt like I'm not a selfish person at all, so please take one of these 9 cups, because I certainly don't need 9. Whatever it is in your life that has you out of balance, certainly if it's anything like drugs and alcohol, or the drug of alcohol, I really feel like that's like one of the worst ones, because it's so available and it's so powerful. Then definitely it's time to go in and rebalance yourself and find your center and find the people, the programs, whatever it takes to get yourself into this kind of a harmony, really. That's your challenge today. Your challenge might be a job that you're tired of, or you haven't been exercising, or your kids are driving you crazy, or any one of a number of things that can get us out of balance in life. But there's an answer, and that answer is to go within and find the power in your center, and the universe is waiting in there for you to bond with you, and in that case you can vibrate it out and benefit your inner circle, your family, your friends, and maybe if this feather really is a microphone, maybe you can benefit the world. I really feel like we all have that much power, potentially, whether we know it or not. And in that case, we get to a point of pure joy. This is pure bliss. I mean, she's in this beautiful pond, and this, the intuitive properties of the water. So she's getting filled. She's drinking, she's swimming, she's bathing, she's also getting, through her intuition, messaging. And so she's fulfilled 9 ways from Sunday. Is maybe a funny American English way to say it. Okay, so 7 plus 1 is 8, plus 9 is 17. Is that right? 7, 8, yep, 17, and so that reduces to 8, so infinity. And structure? I can't think right now. I did a whole write-up on 8, but my mind now is in so many different. So let's talk about the number together. So in the comments, I'd like to hear your thoughts on 8. Yeah, let's work together on that. And let's get Lucky some food. That's Lucky, guys. He's a hungry kitty, huh? You hungry? Gohan? Gohan? Huh? Gohan? He speaks Japanese. His mom is Japanese. And Gohan means to eat. Huh? Gohan? Gohan? Alright, guys. There's so much beauty in the world. And I think we ought to all do our best to focus on that, to stay positive, and to shut out some of the noise, especially the negativity of politics and world affairs. It's a good idea that we're understand what's going on so that we can vote in a really wise way. But to be plugged into that stuff for excessive amounts of times, speaking of excessive, is really a poison. And that can be one of the things to really just unplug from. And so I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you got something out of this. And spread love, spread wisdom. Okay, guys, have a great day. I realized I didn't even reference the guidebook. So if you've had enough of this, then you can go with that. But if you'd like to hear what this guidebook has to say about these cards today, then please join me. Okay, so the 7 of Water: excess, wasteful, emotional depletion, loss of strength through denial, illusory success, possible self-deception, indulgence. Okay, this card signifies neglect of oneself and one's resources. Something is zapping your vital energy. To let yourself go down the drain is not the answer here. Further neglect won't accomplish anything. Beating up on yourself emotionally won't help either. Carefully observe how you treat yourself, then your course will become abundantly clear. Outward manifestation: to find your own truth and get back on the right track, you have to stop playing games of self-deception. Whatever you refuse to see or acknowledge inside you manifests in your environment with undeniable force. Take responsibility for the situation you have created for yourself. When you're willing to do that, a solution will emerge a lot sooner. Okay, so recognize and then get to the solution. And that's, I think, really what life is about, because the problems never stop. So solving them never stops, right? And the Daughter of Air: self-liberation. Oh, yes, exactly what I was saying. Emancipation, freedom-loving spirit, awakening intuition, tuning into one's own inner power. Sometimes confusion between thoughts and gut feelings, though. Okay. Inner message: your inner Amazon now wants to find a clearly defined direction. She refuses to stay submissive. She insists on being fully herself, whatever it may cost. A profound longing for your own inner truth demands your undivided attention. You are well on your way to finding yourself. She refuses to stay submissive. My singing refuses to stay inside me. So I hope I don't hurt anyone's ears, but it's coming. or it's some of it's there, the very beginnings of this journey. So you can watch my other videos and laugh along with me in some parts, and hopefully, like me, you'll see some potential. I don't know, definitely potential for growth, but it's coming out whether I like it or not. So that's the universe. I'm not in any kind of control here. Outward manifestation. With awareness and a little skill, you can steer the immense power of your feminine energy in a positive direction and understand their nature more deeply than ever. First, drop all negative judgments about your apparent shortcomings. Okay, so I'm self-deprecating. I know I'm not a great singer, so it's saying, hey, just drop that, man. Just sing. Your energy turns acidic when you insist on maintaining a fixed position with too much vehemence. Wild mental horses will drag you away as long as you don't know how to tame them with love. So stay alertly flexible. Okay. That's definitely very interesting. Okay, let's see the Nine of Cups. Okay. So, Nine of Cups or Nine of Water in this deck. Joy, upsurge of power, exuberance, thankfulness, great receptivity and freedom, experiencing happiness and spreading it. Yes, spreading it. Now you can show your acknowledged love for yourself and others openly. Thus, the gate to a completely new lifestyle opens. Fully enjoy what comes to you. Moreover, be grateful for what you already have. The power of your natural, unfabricated joy rejuvenates your heart. Outward manifestation, the joy of simply being alive spreads itself in ever-widening circles. No pushing on your part is needed. This is a great time to be creative. Let what is arising inside you take form. Genuine joy constantly breeds more joy, infecting all those you touch. So keep your inner channels open. Don't block them again with memories of your dead past. So disconnecting from our past, disconnecting from our excess, going into our intuitive inner nature and getting super centered and sharing it with the world in grateful gratitude, and we will all be joyful together. So for whatever that means to you personally and how it relates to your life, I hope that this message gave you some power and some clarity and maybe a new direction for yourself. Certainly watch out for this one. Okay guys, have an amazing day, and be well, age well. 60 is the new 40, so feel young and have an amazing day.